our victory parade was stopped last time. Hopefully we can start dreaming of open top bus parade today with at least 2 trophies. Possibly 3. This is Beyond Blue Brazil. Welcome in. We'll get straight into the game against Motherwell. The team I have picked is Lee in goal, Donaldson and Byrne as our wing-backs, Manny and Torres as our centre-back pairing, McLean and Quealy, Scott and Pedrinho to start this time, Johnson, Velasco up top. Again, we're at home. We just beat Motherwell in the semi-final, but this time, because we're at home, I'm going to go for it. We're going to go attacking. This is done very well. Most of this season, we've torn teams apart most of the season, but because we drew Aberdeen, I'm now nervous. I'm nervous of this prolonging. We just need a draw or a win, basically. I think our goal difference is strong enough that as long as we didn't get an absolute hiding from Celtic and Rangers, which we can't ever rule out, even now when we sit atop the league, feeling like we're win our 2nd title in a row. Just toward the ends here, as we hit the championship round, once again, things look a bit shaky. Early corner, Velasco. I want to see this whipped in. I want to see Torres knock this home. Oh, Johnson taps it into the back post. It's a great flick on by Manny. We take the lead. Ever-present Johnson. He's maybe not been ever-present, but he's played most of the games this season, and he is a goal machine as an advanced forward. We'll maybe take a deeper look. If we win this game, let's take a look at Johnson. We really haven't sang his praises probably enough, even though you've seen him score good game after game after game after game. Probably the best Scottish striker I've ever used. Oh, Pedrinho. Oh! Keeper just keeps that out. Pedrinho causing havoc. He's very good centre midfield attack. Pedrinho, one of the guys that realistically, if someone came in with an offer, we'd be listening to it, but what a loss he would be to the team, because I don't have another centre midfield attack who can impact the game quite as much from the bench as he does quite often. Here we go, through the middle, Pedrinho. I mean, it's not even from the bench, you know. He just scored 14 goals this season. Even I didn't realise how many he'd scored. I remember he got a brace, feels like it was ages ago now, but he definitely won us a game with a brace from the bench at some point this season. Was it from the bench? He's good. He's a great centre midfield attack. Someone has an eye for a goal. 14 goals. That might make him the 2nd top goal scorer. I think McCord's got plenty as well, but he might have scored more in the cups than in the actual league. I'm not sure. Puts us in a strong position going in half time. I hope the bus is sitting outside now. Obviously, we've got a cup final, so maybe we won't do the open top bus parade quite yet, but we certainly better be celebrating the trophy today. It better be here at Central Park. I'll be gutted if I don't get the trophy presentation at the end of this game. I don't see why it wouldn't be given, so sometimes FM just messes up. Oof. Lee with a good save. I don't think he knew much about it, but he got his body in the way. As Motherwell try and get back into this. I might take Donaldson off soon. Whipped across again. Manny with a header. Oh. Ooh, bit of a lunge by Johnson. If he had caught him, that would have been staring at at least a yellow card, possibly a red. Oh. I can't believe it. This blooming guy. Oh, is he offside? We get away with one. He is a thorn in our side and everyone's side. He's had a great season. He is a whisker offside. Does play on that wing. Do I really want to put our youngster up against him? For 20 minutes I do. Oh, I didn't put him on the bench. Dylan Torres with the goal to make it 3-0. I'll take McLean off and we'll take on Ham. I forgot to put him on the bench. That's on me. We go 3-0 up. Once you start winning the title, the expectation is win the title year on year on year, right? But we are in such a peculiar position financially where we are still miles off Celtic and Rangers. I'll maybe show you that as well. in terms of like per annum, we are not even third in the league. Motherwell, believe it or not, Motherwell spend more on... Wait, we're beating Motherwell right now. Motherwell spend more on wages than we do per annum. They have a big... Where's my trophy? Well, that's not on. Well, that's rubbish. We win the league and we don't get to parade the trophy around. We just beat Motherwell, who, as I was saying, if we have a very quick look before we get into the nitty-gritty, team detailed, look at this. Look at this absolute nonsense. Per annum, we are spending 8.29 million on wages. Motherwell are spending 20.7 million. They are only 9 million off Rangers. And then you've got Celtic way out in front, 45 million per annum on wages. I mean, that is crazy. What is Motherwell's highest earner at the club right now? Straight away, 34,500 per week on a player who's only valued at 3.8 million to 5.8 million. They have a serious problem on their hands. That is crazy. They got a lot of loaned players in. I didn't realise they didn't own him, yeah. Maybe they're spending a lot on... Even some of their guys who are basically on their way out the door. He's on 6.5 grand. Oof, there are some serious high earners there. What's my highest... Shut up. 19,000 for Rico. That's the highest we're paying anyone. Wow. You know what? Our finances are still pretty tight. Like, we run a tight ship here. I'm pretty happy with that. Looking at what Motherwell are paying players. Jesus. We just beat them 3-0. We've done the double. Beautiful. Happy with that. Ugh. Back-to-back seasons. I love that Fraser Mullen continues to big us up. They couldn't have a better player coming back and just be like, he's the guy. I just wish he was, I could have got him on staff. I really do. Real shame. He was still around when we won the championship. Today's does become a double header, and even though I probably won't put it in the thumbnail to keep people guessing, we will now do the Scottish Cup final. So I'll be back after we play these next games. And just like that, the championship round is ended and the season end is upon us. We went well in the end. Like, we won. We beat Hearts, then we beat Celtic. Unfortunately, just to really put a downer, a black cloud over the whole season, if that's even possible, in our last ever game at Central Park, we lost 2-1 to Rangers. We went 2-0 down, we couldn't turn it back around. The win over Hearts was fairly straightforward. 2-0 win. We got penned in the first minute. Gordon Johnson slotted that away. The Celtic win, we were much better than them. Much better than them. They did get a goal just before halftime after we went 2-0 up, but the annoying thing there was a injury to Lewis Thompson. He's missing till the end of the season. Lewis Thompson genuinely, by getting him these extra minutes these last couple of games, has started to look like he's kicking on. Not huge amounts of improvement, but very promising that we've been able to throw him in at the end of the season. Yeah, losing to Rangers in our last ever Central Park game. Going to be hard not to dwell on that one a bit. We did rotate the side a little bit because we were thinking about, right, we want certain players to be rested for this upcoming game. Unfortunately, we've got a few injuries, so we are not looking at full strength going into the Celtic game. They're favourites, even though we just beat them again. This has been our best season in terms of results against Celtic and Rangers. We only gave up a loss to each of them once during the whole campaign. Now, luckily, those losses were in the league, and in the league, we ended up smashing it. So, if we just have a quick look at the league table, 14 points clear. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous to see that. Aberdeen getting in Europe. Happy for that. As you see, the bottom end, Dundee had a real season forgetting. St Mirren, who go in the playoffs, can be quite bitter about that, how close they were to dragging Inverness Caley Thistle in there. So, beautiful. We've won 2 trophies so far. We've got a chance at a domestic treble. We've got to pick the team now. it's a little worrying we're going to miss the likes of Quee Lee, who picked up an injury. John Black's still cup tied. Pedrinho misses out. Lewis Thompson, like I say, he's undergoing some rehabilitation. Like, that's a beautiful thing to look at. Right now, you look at him and you go, like, his value, 9.6 million. He is some talent. 15 years old. He actually might be brilliant. I'm maybe being really stupid by not thinking he might be genuinely next level already. Like, at 15 to be championship level, that's impressive. I think we're going to play him a lot next season. Yeah. Shame he picked up an injury here, but likely wouldn't have started the final, that's for sure. Team to take on Celtic at Hampden to try and win this domestic treble, our first ever domestic treble. Our first chance of one as well. Wait, that's not true. Technically we had a chance last year, but because you didn't win the first cup, then you wouldn't have won. We've been in all finals and won the league before is what I'm saying. Now, controversially, I'm going to put Dylan Torres at right back rather than Paul Byrne. And the thinking is we want to be defensively solid against Celtic. We did it in the league and we got out with a victory, so I'm going to try it again here. Our issue is defensive midfield. We're going to have to go Paul Veal because we don't have Quee Lee. That's the area of concern. Velasquez will play centre midfield attack. Gordon Johnson and Stuart McCord are going to start up top. Eric Schutt, Paul Byrne, Waldson, Kamara, Casciato, Martin Ham, and Pedrinho on the bench. Now that's Pedrinho as in left back Pedrinho. I'd rather put Koulibaly on there. And more out of Pedrinho's going to Dundee United. I don't think he's good enough. I don't think Koulibaly is good enough either. In the sense that he's already, his mid-20s? Mid-20s. And we got Lewis Thompson much better, but obviously injured. So that is the lineup. I'm a little worried about the defensive midfielder, but strong team. Let's just go out, win this game, pick up a domestic treble, and feel really good about it afterwards. Domestic treble, domestic dominance is what we're looking for. We have by far the best team in Scotland right now in terms of the actual ability I think we can put on the park. If you couple it with like how we play and stuff like that. Obviously we're not paying the most, and I'm sure there's players in some of those our top teams I'd probably have if I could, but we got young promising team. We got some young players coming through that I'm very excited about. I mean, Lewis Thompson, I think, has to be our first choice next season. Whoa, Velasco! I think Velasco easily walks into any team in Scotland. I think he walks into the Celtic team, walks into the Rangers team, and he's just reminded them why. What a strike to get us started here. We work the ball nicely around. McLean pulls it forward. Velasco's coming off the left wing, puts it on his left foot, just fires it in from distance. What a goal. The kind of goal that if it won the Scottish Cup, nobody would complain. Can't stop smiling after that goal. Half time. So not much to talk about there, but I mean, we could talk about that goal for the rest of this video and it wouldn't be enough. What an unbelievable strike. Our strikers have not played well, but Velasco's showing them how it's done. Velasco, ooh, Bettina has to tip that one over. Velasco now on the corner. Can he set us up for a 2-0 lead? It's headed away. Scott going out to the right-hand wing. McLean moves it. Manny. Veal. Just keep the ball moving, boys. We go back to Rico. I think Rico going forward, I'd like him as one of the first choice centre-backs because he is he's better in the air than Torres and Manny, and that is a constant problem when you play Football Manager. Oh, what ball! Johnson! Oh, he can't get he needs his cup final goal, surely. Surely we need to get Johnson on the score sheet. He's carried us goal-wise all season. Donaldson not playing well. I'm going to take on Casciato. Similar build of player, a little bit of height to him. I think Cascais maybe even taller, but given that we were struggling a bit at left back, didn't like that. They pop it to the right wing and they win the header. Miguel whips it across, free header, just over the bar. Oof, we maybe get off there. Get off lightly. It looks like another foul committed by Celtic. Velasco whips it across. Rico. Oh, it's offside. Oh, it's a beautiful delivery. But Rico, he's 2 yards offside. I was like, oh, what a run by the centre back. No, he's literally started so far offside. That's unfortunate. Another free kick here. I'd love a Fraser Mullen moment. Go on, Velasco. Pop it in top bins. In ode to Fraser Mullen, Velasco pelts one in the top corner. We go 2-0 up, and it's the Velasco show. Wow. I was thinking, if someone came in for his release clause, I might not offer him a new contract. I might just go, we're offering him a new contract after this game. For sure. If we it's all on Velasco this game. What a performance. I'm going to take Torres off. I'm going to throw on Paul Byrne. Paul Byrne has been a great player for us. Velasco plays in McCord. McCord drives in the box. That's got to be Velasco's pen to take, right? Is Velasco going to get a hat-trick? Oh, we're giving him a new contract. Velasco at the treble. He's got a hat-trick in the Scottish Cup final to give us a domestic treble. Velasco has put this team on his back and shown why teams are sniffing around him. And unfortunately for them, we're going to offer him as much money as we can. I think I've got 50,000 left over. Would you like 50,000 a week? What an unbelievable player. We head it away. Benali. Oh, Sambi Lukongo. A decent strike from distance. I feel bad for the keeper. It just squirms past him. In the 94th minute, we didn't keep a clean sheet. Oh, it's a decent hit. Just gets past the goalie. I thought Lee's been really good this season to lock down number one for the immediate, and we finally get another trophy presentation. Scottish Cup Velasco, who I believe is also our captain. He certainly is. He's going to go raise it, and what a performance. An absolute worldie. A free kick and then a pen. It's not the perfect hat-trick, but it's the perfect day to get a hat-trick. He's delivered big time. Even though it said Celtic were favourites, it was very possible we were going to turn them over because we have been so good this season, and thankfully we have. It feels nice to win. The Scottish Cup, right? Scottish Cup, this is the easiest it's ever felt for me right now in the Scottish Cup with a team in Scotland. We've won 3 times in the last 4 years. That feels really good, but wait. Oh, and we lost one as well, didn't we? So we've made the final 4 years running. We're just good in cups. I'm for whatever reason, I'm good at building cup teams. Famous treble, baby. I still think with the new stadium stuff, we probably have to stick with this team. So it's good that this team is as strong as they are. And let's go to Velasco right now. Offer him a new contract. Star player, absolutely. Just get rid of it. Get rid of that. 17.5k. Absolutely. I'll pay you that. No qualms. That's nothing. We just had a look. Motherwell are paying someone 34,500 a week. 3 times in 5 years even. Beautiful. Velasco in top form. Beautiful. Our end of season review, and I think this one will shine quite favourably on how we did this year, given that everything we were in, we won, aside from any European trophies, which really is the next thing we need to tackle. I think this team needs to get better. I think we need to raise finances. We have to still close that gap in Scotland. Possibly the next couple seasons, we need to actually get our own players, our youth players, getting in the team and holding down some first team spots. I often just ignore this because the board, I have not seen one save so far when someone's looked at this and gone, yeah, I agree with every single one. Rico Hanna, only a C+, think he's a steal at 5 million, valued a lot higher, very good in the air, going to be awesome next season. Having him for a full season, I think he'll get better. The fact that they're disappointed in Lee at 1.2 million we spent on him, he's definitely increased in value. It's not like he's conceded a heap. He's a good player. Not too many drawbacks. I don't know where they're coming from. Colin McCarthy, 2.7 million. That one definitely does stand out. Although his value's up, he's barely played for us. It'll be interesting to see how he feels next season. I'd like to keep him about if I can, but any transfers out there weren't happy with. I even forgot we sold Oliver for 7.25 million. That's a decent bit of business. Big Al going for only 15.75 million at 20 years old is pretty disgusting. Pretty gutted. He played 33 games in the Premier League for Burnley. Where did they finish? 16th. Oh man. Yeah, he went for an absolute steal. Season's results. Season to remember. We win the league beautifully. We lost 2 games all season. One to Celtic, one to Rangers. That Rangers one's upsetting because it's on the very last day that we play at Central Park. European Champions Cup, not great. We attempted to be competitive. Knocked out in the group stage. It was a tough group, but really surprised by Real San Sebastian, how good they were. After beating Dortmund, then drawn with them, basically left us open to an extra hiding from AC Milan. But I think, given that we won everything else, I think you can at least say that it justified how we didn't necessarily play our absolute best team there. End of season, no new sponsorship deals. Money looks to be up on the previous season, which is good because competition, prize money, etc. Will be interesting to see how we go next season. I'm hoping, even though we didn't do great in Europe, we might get a little bit of boost because we are, appearing in Champions League football season after season. We're in the group stage again. Decent lineup. The only name that stands out is Casciato. Would have expected, if he'd played more, Donaldson probably to replace him there, but Casciato did well for us for the majority of the season. Just felt like we needed a little change in January just to push us, and it really did help us. We moved a new wing back in and a little more rotation options toward the end of the season at centre back as well helped us, allowing us to move Torres out wide at times to cover that right back position in big games. Really helped. I mean, look at the Scottish Cup final. Proof's in the pudding, right? We did pretty well during the season for Manager of the Month. We then got Players Manager of the Year and the Football Writers Manager of the Year. Not bad. Fans Player of the Season, Gordon Johnson. Young Player of the Season, Gordon Johnson. Second season, Rico came in for 5 million. Goal of the season, Gordon Johnson. Top goal scorer, Gordon Johnson scored an absolute ton of goals. Assists, Stuart McCord actually got a lot of assists. Weirdly, I thought Velasco would have more, but Velasco had real quality set pieces and stuff, but Stuart McCord linked up really well with Gordon Johnson this year. Player of the match, Gordon Johnson. Highest average rating, Gordon Johnson. Rico, best passing percentage. 38 goals in the league. 4 goals in a singular game. Lewis Thompson, the youngest player. Highest transfer fee paid was Rico. Highest transfer fee received was Big Al. Beautiful. So overall, best 11. Paul Byrne gets in. 132 appearances. I mean, Paul Byrne has been outstanding for us, quite frankly. We picked him up for what? We picked him up on a free from Glenavon. And the tricky thing is, if someone came in with a serious bid for him, he is wanted right now by Everton and Norwich. At 23 years old, we'd maybe sell him. And the only reason is because we do have some young players in behind. Also, there's the opportunity to maybe move Dylan Torres out there. The thing that worries me about Paul Byrne more than anything is he is very small. Oh, he's a very good player. He probably needs a new deal if he doesn't get sold. So it's either sell him or get him on a new deal. Don't want him to lose him on a free, that's for sure. Manny, Alex Scott and Quealy also break in the first team. I'm surprised Manny isn't holding down a best 11 first team spot yet. 128 appearances. Still some way off Kyle Semple. He played a lot of games for us. Kane O'Connor got 115, so he's ahead of him, but average rating can't touch him yet because Kane O'Connor scored a lot of goals. Gordon Johnson is miles clear in terms of the top goal scorer we've had at our time here. I can't believe Stephen Ross has 58, to be honest. Oh, he's available on a free transfer. Oh, that is sickening. He's not picked up a new team yet. Right, club vision going forward. Make the most set pieces, play attacking football, play possession football. Okay. Work on wage, budget. Qualify for year 2. Champions reach group stage minimum. We've done. Become recognised as best of the rest. I'll accept it, but I feel like that's a bit of a layup for us. And what we achieve next season. Let's retain the title. Give a good account of ourselves. Enjoy your break. Catch you later. Beautiful. Pretty much going to run with the same team. I'm now thinking, because I've noticed that Paul Byrne is running out of his contract. I think the sensible move here is to give him a new contract. Alex Scott is in a very similar boat, as is Quealy. Oh man, I think we need to give a lot of these players. I think we need to offer them new contracts. I don't want to fight them too much on stuff like fees. Martin Ham is maybe one. Their value and stuff, I think we just offer them new contracts. No one's playing as an Ungaunch on my watch. Basically now I want to get to the point we have our new stadium. But that is some ways away. So I think we'll probably wrap it up there. Commercially, things look like they might be improving. Well, that was based on last year, so definitely improved. Alaska selling shirts is nice. I'd like to think that because we sold 1,992 shirts, that when we get this new stadium, we will have higher ticket sales than the 4,000 we're currently getting, but we shall see. It's going to be interesting. We're clearly not selling crazy amounts. I'd like to think that the stadium's going to help us out financially. If not, we are probably going to be forced into a sale or two we just simply don't want to make, but we'll have to deal with that when it rolls around. When we go into our next season, it is going to be about the class of 2031, because we are going to give the young boys a chance. We've got to get some youth into this team. Lewis Thompson looks like he's probably going to be our left back going in next season, I think, supported by Lennon Donaldson, etc. We'll say goodbye to a couple of players that aren't going to be around, like Pedrinho, the left wing back, is going to Dundee United. Hopefully we don't tangle with him much. 78 appearances. Decent player for us over the years. Some good assists, good ratings whenever he's played, to be honest. But yeah, we move on from it's going to be an interesting off-season. Basically, just want to go get everyone back for pre-season, have an assessment of all the youth players, and see where we are financially, and see what our stadium looks like. Like, what is our stadium going to be named? You know, that's the exciting thing. Join me next time when we once again go beyond Blue Brazil. Oh, that was a pretty good season. I could just sort out Europe over the moon.